Hello from the National Weather Service. Here's our weekly weather briefing for March 12th, 2018. Here are the things we're going to touch on this week. Unseasonably cool forecast we're expecting this week. Frost freeze potential will exist for tonight through the Wednesday night period. Then we're going to see a warming trend in the weekend with a more active weather or storm period taking shape sometime during the weekend into next week. Details are very uncertain, so we'll know more as we get closer, so look for updates as we go through the week. And the last thing we'll cover is an update on some of the river flooding across the region. Here's a graphic describing and illustrating the potential for frost and freeze conditions this week. The image on the left is the potential for tonight, mainly just a opportunity to see some frost in our northeast or eastern areas, the area shaded in yellow. As we go into Tuesday night and Wednesday night, more of the area will be under the threat for frost and freeze conditions, and the conditions that are shaded, the area shaded in orange, will have the greatest opportunity to see freezing conditions as well as a solid frost, mainly over the northeast and eastern areas, with the remainder part of the area having some opportunity for frost conditions as well. As we've noticed, the greening of vegetation across the region due to the warm temperatures, these conditions will potentially impact these tender vegetation areas and plants, so take precautions as needed. As we move through the week and start to warm up towards the end of the week and into the weekend, here's a map showing the 7-day forecast. Much of this rainfall is focused for the weekend and the very back end of the forecast. As you can see, the highlighted areas that we see go into blue towards a purple across northern Mississippi and Tennessee is kind of the focus for some of the greatest rainfall, but I will urge that there's much uncertainty in the evolution of the weather systems for the weekend to early next week, so there's a really good chance that this preset map will change. Here's the general weather pattern for the weekend, and as I mentioned, weather patterns are map changing. We'll see a warm front lift through the area, and by the latter part of the weekend probably be situated just north of the state of Mississippi and putting us in the warm and humid sector of the storm system. While we don't have any specific graphics for this time period, meaning the weekend storm potential, we do know that there is indications of more weather active time frame with increasing chances for storms will be taking shape for the weekend into next week. Again, can't stress enough, much uncertainty will exist on how the activity will evolve, and one thing we do know is that the various forecast models we do have continue to show in some form or fashion the potential for storms in that active period between Friday and Monday. Again, return to our web pages and our information we're sharing, that we will have updates concerning the situation as we approach the weekend. Here's the latest on the Mississippi River stages and potential flooding. As you can see, not a great deal has changed from last week, and only minor adjustments were needed. Most areas are going to remain in moderate flooding to major flooding. Thanks for viewing our weekly weather briefing. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to contact us at the number below.